Today is March 27th. Welcome to Big Book Daily. My name is Rob. I am an alcoholic. It is a thrill, honor, and joy to be here with you today as we journey through the Big Book of Alcoholics Anonymous and the 12 steps and 12 traditions. Today at the Big Book, we are continuing Chapter 6 into action. We'll read page 73. Out of the 12 and 12, we are beginning Step 11 by reading page 96. And of course, we'll read the 24 hours a day and daily reflection. So with that, I hope you all are doing well this morning, my friends. It is Friday. What a blessing it is to be alive and sober and be done with or close to finished with the work week. We're getting that second wind. It's just a blessing to be alive and sober today. Have a giant cup of coffee in my belly already. So with that, let's go ahead and get to the good stuff. All right, my friends. So if you recall from yesterday's reading, we have begun in action, Chapter 6. And this is where we begin with Step 5, talking about that and talking about how we do our house cleaning. One of the last lines we read yesterday, page 73. Having persevered with the rest of the program, they wondered why they fell. We think that the reason is they never completed their house cleaning. They took inventory all right, but hung on to some of the worst items in stock. They only thought that they had lost their egoism and fear. They only thought that they had humbled themselves. So we are going to continue that idea by reading the rest of page 73. More than most people, the alcoholic leads a double life. He is very much the actor. To the outer world, he presents a stage character. This is the one he likes his fellows to see. He wants to enjoy a certain reputation, but knows in his heart he doesn't deserve it. The inconsistency is made worse by the things he does on his sprees. Coming to his senses, he's revolted at certain episodes he vaguely remembers. These memories are a nightmare. He trembles to think someone might have observed him. As fast as he can, he pushes these memories far inside himself. He hopes that they will never see the light of day. He's under constant fear and tension. That makes for more drinking. Psychologists are inclined to agree with us. We have spent thousands of dollars for examinations. We know but few instances where we have given these doctors a fair break. We have seldom told them the whole truth, nor have we followed their advice. Unwilling to be honest with these sympathetic men, we were honest with no one else. Small wonder many in the medical profession have a low opinion of alcoholics and their chance for recovery. Out of the 12 and 12, we're on Step 11. Sought through prayer and meditation to improve our conscious contact with God as we understood Him, praying only for the knowledge of His will for us and the power to carry that out. Page 96. Prayer and meditation are our principal means of conscious contact with God. We AAs are active folk, enjoying the satisfactions of dealing with the realities of life, usually for the first time in our lives, and strenuously trying to help the next alcoholic who comes along. So it isn't surprising that we often tend to slight serious meditation and prayer as something not really necessary. To be sure, we feel that it is something that might help us to meet an occasional emergency. But at first, many of us are apt to regard it as a somewhat mysterious skill of clergymen, from which we may hope to get a second-hand benefit. Or perhaps we don't believe in these things at all. To certain newcomers and to those one-time agnostics who still cling to the AA group as their higher power, claims for the power of prayer may, despite all the logic and experience and proof of it, still might be unconvincing or quite objectionable. Those of us who have once felt this way can certainly understand and sympathize. We well remember how something deep inside of us kept rebelling against the idea of bowing before any God. Many of us had a strong logic too, which proved that there was no God whatever. What about all the accidents, sickness, cruelty, and injustice in the world? What about all those unhappy lives which were the direct result of unfortunate birth and uncontrollable circumstances? Surely there could be no justice in this scheme of things, and therefore no God at all. "24 hours a day, March 27th. AA thought for the day. You get the power to overcome drinking through the fellowship of other alcoholics who found the way out. You get power by honestly sharing your past experience through personal witness. You get power by coming to believe in a higher power, the divine principle in the universe which can help you. You get power by working with other alcoholics. In these 4 ways, thousands of alcoholics have found all the power they needed to overcome drinking. Am I ready and willing to accept this power and work for it?" Meditation for the day. The power of God's Spirit is the greatest power in the universe. Our conquest of each other, the great kings and conquerors, the conquest of wealth, the leaders of the money society, all amount to very little in the end. But he who conquers himself is greater than he who conquers a city. Material things have no permanence, but God's Spirit is eternal. Everything really worthwhile in the world is the result of the power of God's Spirit. Prayer for the day. I pray that I may open myself to the power of God's Spirit. I pray that my relationships with others may be improved by this Spirit. Daily Reflection, March 27th. AA's freedoms. We trust that we already know what our several freedoms truly are, that no future generation of AAs will ever feel compelled to limit them. Our AA freedoms create the soil in which genuine love can grow. The Language of the Heart, page 303. I craved freedom. First, freedom to drink. Later, freedom from drink. The AA program of recovery rests on a foundation of free choice. There are no mandates, laws, or commandments. AA's spiritual program, as outlined in the 12 steps, and by which I am offered even greater freedoms, is only suggested. I can take it or leave it. Sponsorship is offered but not forced. And I come and go as I will. It is these and other freedoms that allow me to recapture the dignity that was crushed by the burden of drink, and which is so dearly needed to support an enduring sobriety. All right, my friends, that concludes today's reading and some great stuff. Man, I love that daily reflection today. You know, that's the crazy thing. None of this is a mandate. Sorry, that's my cat running around. None of this is a mandate. None of this is anything we have to do. It's just like my friend Henry said a while ago, you know, we're not forced to be here against our will. We don't have to do the steps. We don't have to really do anything. I think the Big Book makes it very clear that these are but suggestions that might help. Just suggested by 100-some people that put the book together way back in the 30s. But, you know, I will say this. Look, I've been alive long enough to know that some people can just stop drinking. Some people who are alcoholic can go to 1 or 2 meetings and then they never have to go again, and somehow they stay sober. I know some people that never darken the door to AA and they stay sober and they seem happy and free. Who am I to say that this is the only way? But I will say this, I feel very confident in this statement. It's the way that worked for me. And the way it works for a lot of folks that I see around me. These 12 suggestions, when we do them, I feel free. I believe that's what the 24 hours a day was talking about, was freedom, right? For me, it's, I think I said this analogy not too long ago. I never understood what compound interest was until a few years ago, right? But then I realized what it is, it's magic in a way. That if you just invest a little bit of money and let it stay there and just consistently invest a little bit more money each and every time, what happens is over time, you get interest on that balance. And then over time, you get interest on that new balance. And it builds and stacks on top of each other. And if you just can persistently put a little bit in there, the exponential growth from compound interest is where the majority of the growth is. So I say all that to say this, it's the same thing with my spirit, right? If I just invest a little bit of my time every day, consistently, in praying, in service work, just a little bit every day, the compound interest in my soul, the freedom that I feel, the joy that I never thought I could feel, not happiness, but joy, the gratitude that I feel, man, it makes this little bit of work so worth it. The huge dividend of sobriety is definitely worth the little investment I made and try to continue to make each day. I hope that makes sense. I am no financial guru, but compound interest is a beautiful thing. And so is this program, these suggestions, right? What a blessing it is to be here. And if you are sober today, I hope you know that you're a miracle and you're giving a great gift to all those around you. That's another one of those benefits, right? Is that this isn't just for us. This is for the people around us and for the next suffering alcoholic out there. And if you're not sober today, I hope you know that you're a miracle as well, that you are worthy of recovery. Don't be ashamed. Your story is not done yet. And I have a feeling that your story is very powerful. I just pray that you'd have the honesty, open-mindedness, and willingness to just reach out for help today and make that first baby step toward change. And you don't have to do it alone. There are people dying to help you. We got your back. But my friends, if we are given another set of 24 hours, I sincerely look forward to seeing you right back here tomorrow.